What's up, guys? We're back with episode 4 of our Washington Nationals franchise here in MLB The Show 25 franchise mode. And we are here in spring training of our second season. At the end of last episode, we kind of talked over a lot of our prospects that we drafted in this our first draft last season. And the big one is Josh Cannon. I don't think I've ever seen a pick this good in MLB The Show before, and I've been playing franchise for a few years now, since it got brought back to Xbox in 2021. So this is crazy to me. This blows my mind. Secondary position is right field, but obviously he's going to play first base for us. The plan is to not have him make his debut at 18 years old. I will start him at single A, probably around the All-Star break if, things are going well for the team. I will bring him to Double A, and then by the end of the year, Triple A, because obviously in Single A and MLB The Show, players do not accrue stats. There's no games that are played. They just earn progression points towards their attributes anyway. So it is guaranteed that they will progress somewhat in Single A. So that's kind of the mindset there, because 78 power versus righties, 75 versus lefties. I mean, that's already pro level. He is already a pro-ready player at 18 years old. He can be even better before he debuts. So obviously right now with spring training, he is on the 40-man, so he is technically on the spring training roster. I will let him play in spring training and just see how he does. I mean, he's very, very close to MLB ready at 18 years old, but the goal will probably be to make his debut at 19, so next season. So that's something we have to look forward to. Our young guys are all back. We kind of didn't do much to the starting rotation. We obviously added Chris Paddock from the Twins. So that was kind of the big add, former Padre. So loved him on the Padres. He wasn't the best, but, still had a soft spot in my heart for Chris Paddock there. So we had him from Minnesota. Pitched 180 innings, 3.38 ERA last year for the Twins in the first year of our franchise sim. And honestly, that was better than almost every pitcher we had. I think Mike Soroka was the only pitcher that had a lower ERA than that on our rotation. So I'm fine with him. I like him. MacKenzie Gore and Mitchell Parker will obviously both be those guys that are going to be big pieces for us this season. But it's going to be if they can produce or not. MacKenzie Gore having an over a 5 ERA last season is rough. It's sad. And I'm really glad I did not give him the contract extension. So that's turning out to be a very good decision. Mitchell Parker had a 4.73 ERA last year in 170 innings. So there are some things he went. Wow, I did not even realize he went 1-14. Wow. Okay. I did not realize that. Wow. But anyway, it's just there's going to be some things that we need to work on. There might be some trades. Obviously MacKenzie Gore is going to be needing a contract extension here. He has one more year of arbitration, so we do probably have one more year around that $11 to $12 million range. But after that, we're going to have to make some decisions on him. Same thing with Mitchell Parker. We do have Josiah Gray down there, and then probably Jackson Rutledge or Jarlin Susana will be the guy that fills out that last spot. Maybe Cade Cavalli, but not quite sure on that yet. Although he does have a really good pitch mix. We'll have to kind of take a look at that and see as we go here in spring training. We'll get them all some reps, some starts, and see what they do. As far as the bullpen, we really kind of transformed the bullpen over the offseason. We did end up bringing back Colin Poche, which I did not show in the last episode. I did that off camera. And then we did sign Jonathan Loizaga as well off camera, just to kind of fill out the bullpen. We still have Keegan Aiken. Had an okay season, pitching almost 80 innings, 3.39 ERA. I'd like more strikeouts, but I think that honestly 61 in almost 80 innings is not bad at all. Only gave up 8 home runs. Was hit a little bit, but honestly it's fine. The whip I don't think was too bad. No, it was a 1.08. That's fantastic, honestly, for the kind of player we expected him to be. Brought him in, he was a 71 overall, so he's improved a lot. Miguel Castro we brought in from Houston. So he had a 1.61 ERA last year in 61 innings. So we're going to look, he's going to be that guy that, we really rely on in some of those more high leverage situations in late games. And then we, big signing for our bullpen was Tyler Rogers. Yes, he's 35, but the velocity might not be there, but he's still a really good pitcher. Last season, just under 2 ERA and over 100 innings for the Giants. So he'll be someone we really rely on as well. Even someone that can really slide into that closing spot for us, depending on how things go with Jorge Lopez, who is now a 70 overall. I think he was a 69 overall at the beginning of last year, so that's nice to see. 3.74 ERA last year in 55 innings. Did have almost 40 saves. Did blow 7 saves as well. So, you give some and you get some with him. But I think that he'll be a solid closer. If we need Tyler Rogers to slide in that role at any point this season, he can do that. So we have options there as far as what we're going to do with our bullpen. Catchers, the big addition, Victor Caratini for the offense. Has, not too much power versus righties, but a little bit more power than what we had in Keibert Ruiz and Riley Adams. And then we keep Keibert Ruiz, and then Drew Milos is here as well. Probably will not be on the Major League roster, the 26-man. At first base, Juan Yepes will be probably our starting first baseman. I could not get Josh Bell back. I don't remember who he signed with, but I could not, unfortunately, get him back. So that's fine. And then, we could probably pick up someone in free agency to fill out another spot at first base because Josh Cannon will not be on the Major League roster to start the season. Luis Garcia at second base. Brady House will play third base. We did end up losing Ahmed Rosario in free agency, so that's fine. Not worried about that. Trey Lipscomb can probably fill in there as well with Jackson Clough. So we have some options. Obviously, we have some more positions of need now that some of those stopgap guys have kind of left, but that's okay. C.J. Abrams at shortstop, and then Nasim Nunez left field. Obviously, it'll be James Wood. Jacob Young and Robert Hassel will be in center. Obviously, Jacob Young will take all the starts, but Robert Hassel will be that backup outfielder for us, and then Dylan Cruz, and then maybe Alex Call. He played a little bit for us in 24 games last year. I think he was a call-up in September. So one of those guys that got some at-bats at the end of the year but didn't really do much, only 164 average. So Dylan Cruz will be obviously our everyday right fielder. Did lose Stone Garrett in free agency as well. Did not offer him a contract extension, which I didn't really want to. So totally fine that we lost him. But that is the team going into spring training. Okay, so we did have 42 guys on the 40-man. I looked at it, and I did pick up Jonathan Loaizaga and bring back Colin Poche. But I think with some of the talent that we have in the bullpen down the road, with some of the prospects that we have coming up, I think I want to give some of them a chance. Jose Ferrer, Christian Scott is going to be on the roster because he is a Rule 5 pick. And then DJ Hers, I think we need to give a really big look at too. So we'll be able to fill out the bullpen, even if we need to put a starter in the bullpen. We might look at someone like Jarlin Susana to move to the bullpen, or Jackson Rutledge, or even Cade Cavalli, honestly, could probably move to the bullpen and be pretty successful there. We'll have options, but those two guys, even though we did just sign them, they were designated for assignment, and then we outright released them. So they're not on the team anymore. We had to get down to the 40-man roster. Okay, so here is our starting rotation. MacKenzie Gore will be our number one. He will get the opening day start. Looking to have a bounce-back year after a, 5.17 ERA in 167 innings last year. Rough season, looking to have a bounce-back year and get a contract extension with us. So we'll see how that goes for the 27-year-old stud. Chris Paddock, who we brought in on a, I believe, 2-year deal. Yep. He will be our second man. Had a great year in 180 innings last year for the Twins. So had the confidence in him to bring him in on a nice contract for 2 years. And then Mitchell Parker will be number 3. Looking to, again, like MacKenzie Gore, looking to have a bounce-back year after a 4.73 ERA. Josiah Gray, looking to have a, common theme here against our starting rotation and really our bullpen as well. Looking to have a bounce-back year here, 4.47 ERA in just over 100 innings. And then Jarlin Susana, the rookie, 21 years old, B potential 67 overall. We are looking to get a lot out of him in his first professional season as a major leaguer. A four-seamer that gets up to 96, a slider at 85, curveball at 79, and a changeup at 84. I will play his first full start because he is a rookie making his major league debut. I'm excited for it. That's the starting rotation. As far as the bullpen goes, DJ Hers will be our long reliever. He does have 70 stamina. Cade Cavalli will actually be in the long relief role as well. He is a starter who we ended up moving to the bullpen. He can come in and make spot starts, but I think he could be pretty good in the bullpen as well. So we're going to test him out there. Does not have much time on his major league record. Does have 1 game started, pitched 4.1 innings, and gave up 7 runs. So, 14.54 ERA in his career in 1 start is rough. But move to the bullpen could be the saving grace for him. We'll find out. But DJ Hurst, Cade Cavalli will be our long relief pitchers. As far as middle relief, it'll be Miguel Castro, Jose Ferrer, Christian Scott, who is a Rule 5 pick. I do think he can pitch really well. It'll just depend on the positions we're put in with him and the types of situations he goes in. Probably won't be a high leverage guy. Tyler Rogers and Keegan Aiken will be our setup men, and then Jorge Lopez will start the season as our closer. Tyler Rogers, like I said, can slide down to that closer spot if Jorge Lopez has a rough start to the season, but hopefully we don't have to find that out, and we can just get straight into it with Jorge Lopez as our closer. He did make an all-star game last year, so that's his 2nd of his career. So he is really good. It's just, can he stay consistent and pitch really well? We'll find out. So that's that. The lineup-wise, versus righties, it'll be Jacob Young, C.J. Abrams, James Wood, Luis Garcia, Dylan Cruz, Juan Yepes, Brady House, Nasim Nunez at DH, and then Victor Caratini doing the catching. Victor Caratini will catch both days and hit in the 9 spot both days. Dylan Cruz versus lefties, C.J. Abrams at short, Jacob Young at center, James Wood in left. We will have Luis Garcia at second, Juan Yepes at first, Brady House at third, Alex Call at DH, and then, like I said, Victor Caratini batting 9. Keibert Ruiz is going to have to earn his playing time in pinch hitting at-bats at first. He's just going to have to. I want to get Robert Hassel into the lineup, but with Nasim Nunez as a switch hitter, it's really nice to have him as the DH, at least versus righties. Alex Call I want to get at-bats versus lefties. So we have some options there on the bench. Obviously, Nasim Nunez can play second base as well if Luis Garcia needs a day off. We do also have Cole Emerson. I did have him make the opening day roster, so he will be making his MLB debut at some point this season. Unfortunately, when I went to do the rosters, I have to use Major League options for the guys I want to send down. Otherwise, it auto-sends people down, and I don't want that either because then I might have to send them through waivers or something. So Josh Cannon, I did have to use one of his minor league options. It's not going to matter. He's not going to need that many of them. He was really the only guy that had to use that it mattered on, but that is still something to note in the future. If you guys see that, that is why that happened. But other than that, I mean, it's weird seeing the highest-rated player on our team being at A-ball, but he's going to stay there for a little while. All right, 1-1 count here. We did have to back out to change my hitting. That's why it shows Shohei at 0 pitches, but it is a 1-1 count. So that's why that's that way. There's a nice fastball in there for strike 2. So pitch count will be a little bit off for Shohei the entire game, but really doesn't matter too much. Swing at that splitter down in the dirt. That is a nice pitch. Got a swinging. Did foul that one back, luckily. Did not strike out to start the game off. That would suck. Nice slider there, or sweeper, and that one just gets away from Shohei. Good spot for a swing and miss. Did not bite at that one, and we will foul that sweeper back again. So 2-2 remains the count here in Jacob Young's first at bat of this regular season in 2026. Swing through the sweeper, just kept going to it and put it in a spot that we really just swung through it, couldn't quite get on it to foul it back again. Nice pitch from Shohei Ohtani. A 5-pitch at bat there to start off the game. Actually, a 7-pitch at bat because those 2 are missing. C.J. Abrams 2-1 count here as a sinker goes down and away for a ball. Looking to get our first base hit and first base run of the season. Nice splitter there from Shohei just at the bottom of the zone there. 2-2 is the count now. Hopefully we can be a little bit more. And C.J. Abrams blasts one to right field. Deep, and that is gone off Shohei Ohtani. Put a cutter over the middle of the plate. C.J. Abrams sends it 441, 115 miles an hour off the bat for C.J. Abrams' first of the season. And I was saying I hope we can be more competitive this season. And my goodness, what a start to our game today as C.J. Abrams hits his first nuke of the year. That's the start we want to see. Those are James Wood's stats from last year. 13 home runs, 51 RBIs, batting .273 in a full season. So good season from James Wood. Looking to do even better this year. See if we can add another run on here in the first inning against Shohei Ohtani. High pitch evens up the count 2-2. And yeah, James Wood, like you can see in the bottom right there, was part of the Juan Soto trade with MacKenzie Gore and CJ Abrams. So nice splitter there from Shohei. Did not line up that corner of the zone, so 3-2 full count here. But yeah, part of the Juan Soto trade was one of the big pieces moved from my San Diego Padres. Looking back on it, the Nationals definitely won that trade, but we had a good couple of years of Shohei in San Diego, or not Shohei, good couple of years of Juan Soto in San Diego, so I'm not really complaining about it. It all worked out in the end. So walk there, Shohei. Luis Garcia up the bat does strike out, swinging there on the cutter. Nice location. Did not hang that one this time. So Dylan Cruz with the bat now. So taxing first inning here for Shohei as we do have a 1-0 lead. Get on that four-seamer high a little bit late on that one. And 2-2 count here now to Dylan Cruz, looking for his first base hit of the season. Swing through that sweeper. Nice positioning there by Shohei. He's out of the inning, but does give up a nuke to CJ Abrams. So MacKenzie Gore, those are his stats. A rough year last year. Looking for a contract extension. He needs to pitch better to start this season. And we'll see what we can do here against this Dodgers team. Get foul down the left field. Get foul. It does not. That'll be in. Throw to second in time. He will be out. Hyesung Kim tries stretching it down the left field line into a double, and he is not able to, and we get our first out. Nice call there by the umpire, really giving us a favorable call there on the bottom of the zone. And that is a grounder. Juan Yepez does make the play onto MacKenzie Gore. Can he beat Tommy Edman? He can. 2 quick outs here on 8 pitches there is now 11 with a 2-1 count here to Mookie Betts. See what we can do here against the formidable opponent here in Mookie Betts. Fouls that one back. Sweeper there. 3-2 count. We're going to go up and in here, see if we can get him looking on the corner of the zone. He does swing at that one, but Jacob Young should be able to get out to that. He does. And that's the end of the first inning. We have a 1-0 lead. All right, Juan Yepez up to bat, our first baseman. Like we saw in spring training, Josh Cannon is starting at single A, so Juan Yepez gets the opening day roster spot at first base and the start.
2 balls, 1 strike.
He was with us last year. I do not believe he played in the majors with us last year. I think he was just on the minor league squad. So we'll see what we can do here. Flares that one into right field. That'll get down for a base hit. So Juan Yepez 1 for 1 to start his season. Great to see from the number 6 hitter in our lineup. Brady House now up the bat. I believe playing third base today, and he is. We'll see what we can do here. Trying to add on here in this second inning against Shohei Ohtani. Grounder to short. That'll be on to second, on to first. Double play. And just like that, Shohei has 2 outs with Nasim Nunez at the bat. Hitting out of our DH role today in the number 8 spot. So we'll see what we can do here. Hopefully Shohei doesn't have too quick of an inning here as we foul that splitter back. Having a lead is having a lead, so I'm not going to complain about it, but it would be nice to add on here. Get some insurance early in this game. 2-2 almost hits Nasim Nunez there on the leg. Luckily did not. 2-2 count here. Foul that splitter back out to the left out of play, and still 2-2 here after the foul ball. 37 pitches already for Shohei Ohtani in this game through 1 2/3. We foul that one down the first baseline. Almost hits the first base coach down there for us. So 2-2 count here. 39th pitch of Shohei Ohtani's day. That is popped into left field shallow. Come in and make the catch there. That is the end of the top of the second. MacKenzie Gore back out on the mound in a second. All right, Shohei up to bat here. I'm not going to give him anything to hit there. We're going to go away here to Shohei. That's a bad spot, but grounds that one to Luis Garcia on to first, and that is the first out here in the bottom of the second, with Teoscar Hernandez up the bat. And man, this Dodgers lineup just really, getting favorable calls today. Okay, we're going to have to test and see how far this umpire is going to give us there. Caught by Luis Garcia at second for 2 outs already here. But yeah, we're going to, this is a very, very strong, long lineup here as we strike out the last batter there and end the second inning. But yeah, a long lineup, a really strong lineup all the way 1 through 9 for LA. So we're going to be tested time and time again here. Shohei now has 41 pitches here in the top of the third with Victor Caratini, our 9-hitter, up to bat. And we're going to see if we can get a base hit here and turn it over to the top of the lineup again. See what we can do. Try and add on to this 1-0 lead we have early in this game. Sweeper foul that one back 2-2, so we stay alive here. Not looking to strike out here with Victor Caratini. We pop that one. That'll Come in third baseman Max Muncy will make that catch, and that'll be the first out of the end of the, or sorry, top of the third. All right, back up to the top now. Jacob Young was 0 for 1 in the game, so we'll see what he can do. Nice pitch. LA not getting the calls there. Shohei not quite getting the same calls as MacKenzie Gore. That was in the strike zone and not called. So definitely something to keep an eye on there. Same spot not called, 3-1 now. This is an auto take for me. It's probably going to be a fastball down the middle, but we're going to let this one go. It is not. Fastball inside, and we walk with Jacob Young there, so we are on first now. 96 speed, 79 steal. We're going to try and take off for second here. And we do take off. Runner going. We swing through that foul. I had an awful jump there. So the 1-2 count here, we're not going to try and steal here. But yeah, that was an awful jump, so just had to kind of defensively foul that one back. Popped up for C.J. Abrams. That will not get back and out of play. That'll be caught right at the backstop behind home plate there. Nice play by the catcher for the Dodgers. And James Wood up to bat now, 0 for 1 in the game today. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Foul that sweeper back. Actually, I think James Wood walked. He did. So one walk for James Wood. He is not technically had net bat yet, although the walk is in net bat. Foul that cutter back. That would have been a little bit higher, though. It would have been a real good pitch to hit and drive. But he's dealing with a catcher that has 2-2 count here. Almost 60 pitches. This is 60 for Shohei. And we swing through it for the strikeout. Ends the top of the third inning. All right, Will Smith, the catcher, up to bat now. Not the actor, singer, whatever you want to call him. This Will Smith did not punch anyone at the Oscars. I'm sure punched someone on the baseball diamond before, but not at an award show. So 2-2 count here. Very ergonomical here early on for the pitch count for MacKenzie Gore. Like to keep it that way and keep him in this game for a very long time. But not going to do what I did last season opener in our first season and have him go 107 pitches. That was a mistake. Just not warming someone up before the inning started, so we're not going to make that same mistake again. Pop to C.J. Abrams at short. That'll be the first out of the bottom of the third. And he does make the catch for the first out. And there's one down. So up to bat now will be Rhys Hoskins, the new addition for this Dodgers lineup. Swings through the four-seamer there, and we're going to go ahead and throw a curveball here. Did not mean to throw it so far in, but he did check swing at that. Looked like he did swing, but James Wood, can he get in there and make that catch? He can. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third now. Pretty quick here as Mac Muncy comes up to bat now. Max Muncy, not Mac Muncy. My goodness. Pronunciation's not my strong suit if you guys couldn't tell. Fouled that curveball back. We're going to go up and in with a fastball here, trying to get him swinging. Get him looking. Whoa. Okay, so we are getting some calls today that Shohei Ohtani is not getting. And I'm not going to complain at all about it. I'm just a little bit surprised. The umpires are just on not personalized, but like custom, where they can like choose to make certain calls, and it's not always perfect. So that's the risk you run. Sometimes it'll be against us, sometimes it'll be for us. So looking to get Shohei's pitch count even higher here and get him out of this game as quick as possible. Get to their bullpen. A strong bullpen as well for LA, but Shohei, I mean, is one of the best pitchers in baseball when healthy, so want to get him out of this game as quick as physically possible. Grounder to second. That'll be on to first. Should be an easy play there for the first out of the top of the fourth there. And Dylan Cruz up to bat 0 for 1 with a strikeout to start his season. So we'll see if he can get on base here in his second at-bat. 1-1 count as we come into this one. Foul that four-seamer back. 1-2 count here. Again, like I said last couple innings, I want to play more aggressive. I don't want to be that one's right back to Shohei for the second out. But I don't want to be too timid when we're playing with Juan Yepes up to bat 1 for 1 with a single into right field. I want to be able to put up some big numbers this season with these guys. I'm probably going to be playing some more of the moments than I did last season. We're kind of settled in now. We kind of have our squad that we want, at least for the second season. So it's kind of more of my squad now that it is a Nationals team. So it'll be nice to kind of settle in and play some more games, get some more of these moments with these guys, try and build some storylines as Juan Yepes pops that one to left field. That'll be caught at the end of the top of the fourth. We'll head on. MacKenzie Gore comes back out for the fourth inning. Tommy Edman at the bat, 0 for 1 in today's game. And we'll look to have another quick inning here with MacKenzie Gore on the mound in the fourth. To Brady House on to third, over to first. Juan Yepes makes the catch. 2 outs here real quick with 56 pitches now with a 1-1 count here. 2 Mookie Betts swings through that 1-2. We're going to throw a curveball in the dirt here, see if we can get him swinging. We cannot. Fastball up and in. And we get him swinging for the strikeout. That ends 4 strong innings for MacKenzie Gore. Only 1 hit, and we are back up to bat now. All right, Brady House now, our number 7 hitter up to bat, 0 for 1 in the game today. Playing third base for us in the season opener. Did lose Ahmed Rosario, like we mentioned earlier. And Brady House is making his MLB debut today. So we have a couple of rookies on this squad that are going to be making their debuts over the next couple of games. So that is a walk for Brady House, 0 for 1 with the walk today. Nasim Nunez up to bat now. We'll see what Nasim Nunez can do here. We're going to look to bunt here, actually, I think. We are not able to get that one.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And 1 and 2 here will take the bunt out of the equation. Just didn't pull back in time, but that is okay. Ground that one to first, on to second, back to first in time. That is 2 quick outs there for Shohei Ohtani, and he has 85 pitches now with 2 outs. See if he can get through Victor Caratini here and get out of the 5th inning. Grounder, first baseman makes the play on to the pitcher. Shohei steps on first, makes the last out of the top of the 5th. All right, Shohei up to bat again. Not going to give him anything to hit here. See if we can get some calls on the corner again here like we have been pretty much all game today. Sweeper just not in a good position there.
That drops in for a strike.
3-2.
And we strike him out looking high. Fastball for MacKenzie Gore's 4th strikeout of the day today in the opening day start. 2-2 count here to Teoscar Hernandez. Fouls that circle change back. But, man, we are getting some calls today that I don't think anyone expected us to get. C.J. Abrams gets that one, makes it. The play keeps it in the infield, but not able to get Teoscar Hernandez. That'll be called a base hit there, which it should be. And we will see 1 and 2 to Andy Pages here. Flares that one foul into left field. A strong foul ball there. Throw the slider in. Luis Garcia cannot make that play. Dylan Cruz throwing on to third base, and Teoscar Hernandez will be out at third base. 2nd out of the bottom of the 5th there. And I don't know what Teoscar Hernandez was thinking, trying to test Dylan Cruz's arm there in right field, but it did not work out. Nice pitch to Will Smith, 1 and 2 count. We're going to throw a curveball here, look to get him swinging. Ground ball, C.J. Abrams will throw on to first. He can't make the play. Boots it off his glove. That'll be more than likely an error, and it will. And, man, Rhys Hoskins up the bat. This spells disaster here. Grounder into the outfield. James Wood, perfect throw. Can he get it in time? He cannot. Run scores. 1-1 tie game now after a C.J. Abrams error extends the inning. Last season did not have too many errors, but it's been a problem in his career, and it comes back to bite us in the first game of the season here as the Dodgers tie it up and we strike out Will Smith to end the inning. That's his 5th for MacKenzie Gore, and we go to the 6th inning here trying to get our lead back. Alex Vesia out of the pen. Those are the numbers from last season. So 75 and 2/3 in 74 games, 2.85 ERA. As Jacob Young, top of our order, is up to bat. So does have a walk, is 0 for 1 today. Looking to have a strong start to this inning. 2-1 count, fastball outside.
Well, these Nats putting together some really
C.J. Abrams, has the home run today, but also has the error which tied the game up. And nice pitch there, did not catch a piece of the zone 3-1. Hopefully we can get Jacob Young on base here with either a walk or a base hit, and C.J. Abrams can make up for that mistake on defense the last half inning. 3-2 full count here to Jacob Young. But yeah, hopefully C.J. Abrams can make up for it, maybe even hit another homer. We take that, forcing the right in the bottom of the zone there outside, and that is a strikeout there for Jacob Young. Alex Vesia, a nice pitch there to get the first out of the top of the 6th. We'll foul that one down the third baseline, almost into the away dugout. Sorry. C.J. Abrams 1 and 2 count here. We'll let that one go slider low. 2-2 evens up the count.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Looking to see how much of this bullpen we can use here early in this series. Try and tax them for the last game of the series here. Full count to Alex Vesia and C.J. Abrams. Let's see what we can do here. Get a pitch to hit. Potentially we do. Pop that into shallow left field. Can that get down? It will not. That'll be caught in center field by, I believe, Andy Pages out there. And James Wood, our left fielder, at the bat now, so we'll see what he can do.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder.
If we can just keep the tie until our offense can come alive, that is all we need. Freeman counts his sliders way away, gets past the catcher, Will Smith. And we're going to take this pitch, see if we can get a walk here, get James Wood on base. That is a walk, circle change, low and out of the zone, and Luis Garcia up to bat now. 0 for 2 in the game today, and we will see what he can do against Alex Vesia now.
This one in the air, right field.
Hits that one to right field. Right fielder barely has to move. Teoscar Hernandez makes the catch, and Alex Vesia out of trouble with one base runner. After the error, we're not able to get our lead back, and it is 1-1 going into the bottom of the 6th inning here. 89 pitches for MacKenzie Gore. This will be his last inning. After this pitch, we'll start warming someone up.
You know, these Dodgers,
and we'll warm up Cade Cavalli here and see what he has here in the first game of the season. A bunt, pop, foul, and that is not able to be made. Play there by the catcher. Grounder, Brady House to third, a chopper there on to first base, and that is the first out for MacKenzie Gore. 95 pitches. We'll see if we can get through one more batter here with him.
Inside. And a count now, even up.
Not really going to give Tommy Edman much to hit there. We'll do another fastball up and in, see if we can get him swinging. We cannot. That's a walk, and MacKenzie Gore's day will be over after that. Cade Cavalli will be put in now. So we'll see what he can do here.
Here in the bottom of the 6th.
Did not expect a steal there. Was not paying attention to the top right corner where it shows it. And Tommy Edman steals his first base of the season. Grounder, Brady House can make the play on to first. Mookie Betts is retired for the second out. So Tommy Edman on second, 2 outs, brings up Shohei Ohtani. And I really don't want to pitch to him here, but we're going to. We're going to try and pitch around him, see if we can get him swinging at something. Nice fastball in there for the first strike of the count. And we do get him swinging through it. Slider strikeout, Shohei Ohtani, Cade Cavalli. What a way to get your first Major League strikeout. And we struck out Shohei Ohtani. No damage done with base runners there with Tommy Edman at second. And Dylan Cruz at the bat now looking for his first base hit. Evan Phillips into the game now for the Dodgers bullpen. We will more than likely keep Cade Cavalli out on the mound, obviously being extended into the bullpen as a starter, so he does have a little bit more stamina, can go a little bit longer than more relievers. Dylan Cruz grounds that one to first base, makes the play is Rhys Hoskins there, the new Dodgers first baseman, as Juan Yepes, our first baseman up the bat now, 1 for 2 in the game today. Swing and foul that sweeper down and away, 1-2 count here as we foul that one back. Looking to get on base, start something here in the top of the 7th if we can. Swing through that one. I tried check swinging there. It did not let me, and it swung real late on that second press of the A button. That's okay, though. Foul that one back for Brady House. 0 for 1 did I walk in today's game. So 1-2 count here with Evan Phillips on the mound. Swing through that sweeper, struck out, and that is the end of that half of the inning. And Cade Cavalli, only 9 pitches now, is still in the game. Teoscar Hernandez up the bat here. Check swing, appealed down to first. He did go there, so nice pitch there by Cade Cavalli. Nice pitch either way, but nice to get the swing and a miss. And Teoscar Hernandez does swing and miss on the curveball there. Gets the first strikeout of the bottom of the 7th, first out of the bottom of the 7th. That is hammered by Andy Pajes back to the right center field wall. That will get down. Jacob Young throws that one in, trying to hold him to a double. He will. Luis Garcia throws on the third to Brady House. So with 1 out, Andy Pajes hits a nice double there up against the wall. Will Smith up the bat now. Grounder will advance to third. Luis Garcia on to first, gets the second out. So 1 out away from getting out of trouble here is Cade Cavalli. And we will keep him in the game here against Rhys Hoskins. 1-2 count here. Fouls that four-seamer back. That was up and in. Nice pitch there. See if we can get him on the slider. We cannot. Not the positioning we wanted it, so we're going to go right back to it a little bit more outside here. Can't get him swinging. We're going to throw the circle change down, see if we can get him swinging here. We can. In the dirt, throw from Caratini on to first base. That is the final out. Nice strikeout there. That'll end Cade Cavalli's day, and we need to go to the top of the 8th and score a run. All right, Nasim Nunez up the bat, our number 8 hitter, 0 for 2 in the game. With a flyout and a grounded into a double play. So we'll see what we can do here against Evan Phillips, still on the mound here in the top of the 8th inning. Swing through the sinker. That is not a good pitch to be swinging at if we want to win this game. So we need to make some better decisions here in the batter's box. Swing at that one, pop it to shallow center field. Shortstop will go out and make that catch. And Mookie Betts And we will go in here real quick and warm someone up. I want to warm up Tyler Rogers. We're going to schedule him to pitch against two lefties and then a switch hitter in Tommy Edmond. I think it'll be a good matchup for us, so we'll see what we can do here. Victor Caratini does not have a hit yet this season. Foul that sweeper back. Thought that was going to stay over the plate just a little bit more. 0-2 is Victor Caratini in the game with a 1-2 count here. Up and in, almost hits Caratini in the face, evens up the count 2-2 there. So a little bit of bad blood maybe without Evan Phillips there. The count is now 2-2. Foul that sinker back. That was the pitch to hit there for Victor Caratini. Probably won't get another pitch that good in the zone. But the count remains 2-2 here as the pitch comes in. Low sweeper, and we will take that full count now, 3-2. See if we can get Victor Caratini on base to start something here in the top of the 8th inning. We swing through the 4-seamer high. Nice pitch there by Evan Phillips, and strikes out Victor Caratini, but Jacob Young in the top of our lineup back up here to bat. 2-1 count here with 2 outs in the top of the 8th. Low fastball, we'll take that, and we will put the controller down. Auto take here, 3-1, and see if we can get Jacob Young on base again today with a walk. We do not. 4-seamer, nice pitch there on the corner of the zone there. Right over the side of the plate there, and we will see what we can do full count here. Swing through the sweeper. Again, thought it was a little bit more, and it does not. Tyler Rogers will come in relief of Cade Cavalli here, and we will see what we can do. Didn't get the call on that one. We're getting calls on the chalk all day today, so that's interesting. Swing through that Max Muncy slider, and we'll see what we can do. 2-2 here. Throw that one high, foul that one back. Throw another slider here, see if we can get him swinging. Fouls that one back as well. Throw a sinker here, down and away. Grounder, 2-1. Yepes on first base, tagged first, and that is the first out of the bottom of the 8th here. Hai-Sung Kim and the Dodgers top of their batting order up the bat now. Swings through that 4-seamer. And we'll see if we can get him looking here with a slider. We do not. Fouls that one down the right field line, out of play. Or sorry, out of the field, and that's popped out of play. That is out of play. For anyone that doesn't know, the first one was not, even though I said it was. Looking for the 4-seamer up and in. We get him to pop it up. Can James Wood make that play? He will not get to it. Almost got to it. We're going to throw this one high over the middle of the plate. See if we can get Hai-Sung Kim to pop it up. We can. James Wood will make that play very, very easy. Second out of the bottom of the 8th here. And now Tommy Edmond up to bat now. So 2 easy outs for Tyler Rogers. Knock on wood for this. Slider, looking to throw that. Fouls that one back. And we will do the same thing. Fastball high. And he gets him swinging on the check swing. So we've had a couple of those today where they don't look like swings, and the umpire calls them swings. So we will take that all day. C.J. Abrams up the bat, and then we will warm up Keegan Aiken to go into the game for Tyler Rogers if we need to.
I think it's a good move.
If we score here, Jorge Lopez will go in. He's our closer. That's a big if we can score, as we've only gotten, 2 hits in the game? Yeah, so we will see what we can do. C.J. Abrams does have one of them, the 1-1 blast to put us on the board in the first inning. And really haven't done much other than one more base hit besides that. That is hit into right field. That'll be caught by the right fielder. First out of the top of the 9th there. So disappointing result there from C.J. Abrams. Not able to make up for his error that tied the game up. But James Wood up the bat now, see if he can do something. Has a walk and is 0 for 1 today. Up and in, 2-1 count there to James Wood. Nice 4-seamer up and in from Tanner Scott. We'll see what we can do with this 2-1 count here. Looking to get something to hit here and drive to the outfield. We get that one. Can it get down? It will be caught in center field. 2 quick outs here for Tanner Scott on 12 pitches. Actually 9 pitches. Luis Garcia 0 for 3 in the game today, up to bat now.
That's a player you want patrolling center.
Flies that one into right field. That will be caught by the right fielder, and that is the end of the top of the 9th. We'll head to the bottom of the 9th here. Dodgers have a chance to walk it off. Keegan Aiken into the game now. Those are the stats from last year. Had a pretty decent season in almost 80 innings pitched. And we will see what we can do here against Mookie Betts and then Shohei and then Teoscar Hernandez. So not the trio you want to face here. Can Jacob Young get there to make that play? He can. Runs that one down in right center field. what a running play there from Jacob Young. And, you know, if it weren't the bottom of the ninth here, I'd almost think about intentionally walking Shohei, but he does hit that one into left field, opposite base hit, and that will be at least a double. He will go for third. Can we get him out at third? We can in time. Tagged out, second out of the bottom of the ninth. Shohei trying to stretch that play, and he cannot second out here. Keegan Aiken gets a little bit of help from James Wood out there in left field. Nice throw into third base to Brady House. And Teoscar Hernandez fouls that one back. Looking to throw a slider inside here and low. See if we can get him swinging. We can. End of the ninth inning. We're going to extras here in opening day. Tied 1-1 after some great defensive action here in the top or the bottom of the ninth inning.
We're in extras here.
We're going to start warming up DJ Hurd, scheduled to put him in the game. We're also going to warm up Jorge Lopez, hoping that we can put him in to close out this game after the top of the 10th with the ghost runner on, and it is Luis Garcia. So we do have some decent speed on there. We do have more speed on our bench, but I want to keep Luis Garcia in case we need the defensiveness of him at second base. So Dylan Cruz up the bat. We're going to try and bunt him over here. And we do. Luis Garcia will easily get to third base. So the sacrifice is complete. Runner is on third now. Now it is up to Juan Yepes, who has a base hit in today's game with a 1-2 count here. So no bunt to get Luis Garcia home here. Swings through the slider. That's a strikeout. Just defensive swing. I just could not pull back on that one. And Brady House will be up to bat 0 for 2 in the game, trying to win the game for us potentially. Takes that 2-2, evens the count. And we'll see what Tanner Scott decides to throw us here 2-2. We get that one up the middle. That'll get off the glove. Can Brady House beat that out? He can. We take the lead 2-1 in the top of the 10th. Brady House with an RBI single, and he probably just won us the game there. So we will schedule Jorge Lopez to come into the game, sit down DJ Hurd, and it'll be closing time here in the bottom of the 10th inning as we try to look to add on more here with Nasim Nunez up the bat. Brady House on first. Pitch outside slider, just couldn't get to the zone. 2-1 there. And Tanner Scott, this will be his 30th pitch of his outing today. And we drive that one to left field. Can that get down? It will. So Victor Caratini will come to bat now with a chance to extend our lead here with runners on first and second. And that'll be the day with Tyler Glass now coming out of the bullpen to pitch here. 2-1 count to Victor Caratini, who does not have a hit in today's game. He pops that one out to the catcher. That'll be the end of the top of the 10th inning here. But Jorge Lopez will come on. He needs to get 3 outs to win our opening day game here against LA 2-1. So we'll see if he can do it here. Those are the stats from last year. Very, very strong. It was an all-star season. So we will see what he can do here against Andy Pages. We're going to come at him with a sinker 1-1 here. Keeps it in the infield, Luis Garcia. That's the defensiveness we needed, but runner does move to third, so we cannot allow anything to get out of the infield here. We'll throw a 4-seamer up and in. That will be popped. We're going to let that drop foul because otherwise the runner would probably tag and score. So I'm fine letting that drop and not playing that one. We get the swing and a miss. Will Smith. Jorge Lopez strikes out his first batter of the season. Reese Hoskins up to bat now. And we are not going to be giving him anything to hit here. Swings through the slider. We're going to throw a 4-seamer up and in here, and he does not offer at it. Curveball down in the dirt. Can we get him to swing and miss? He does, and we throw on to first. Ball game. Your Washington Nationals win the first game of the 2026 season. We are 1-0. Let's head to the menu and check out the stats. Jorge Lopez with the first save of the season, strikes out 2, wins player of the game. Keegan Aiken with the in 1 inning, did have give up a hit but also got a strikeout. CJ Abrams 1 for 4 with the home run, gave us the lead in the first inning. Did have the error which gave up the lead, but Brady House in the top of the 10th inning, ghost runner got moved over to third, hits a single RBI up the middle, off the glove of the second baseman, and we end up winning the game with Jorge Lopez coming in to save it. Fantastic game. We can look in here and head down here. MacKenzie Gore, 5.1 innings, only 4 hits, gave up the 1 run, not earned because of the error. Walked 1, struck out 5. So his ERA is 0 after his first start. That is what we love to see. Cade Cavalli came in, 3 strikeouts in 1 2/3 inning, only gave up 1 hit. Tyler Rogers, solid inning, no hits, no base runners, 1 strikeout. Keegan Aiken came in, got the win, and Jorge Lopez with the save. We can go back up here to the lineup. Jacob Young did not get a hit. James Wood did not get a hit. Luis Garcia and Dylan Cruz did not get hits, and Victor Caratini did not get a hit. But a couple of those guys that didn't get hits had walks. 2 walks for James Wood. So we have positives here. Obviously, Brady House with the RBI single to win the game for us in the top of the 10th. C.J. Abrams with the home run. Jacob Young struck out 3 times. Obviously, I was controlling him, so there is an element of that is me. But that's the opening day game for you guys. We're going to head out to the menu, talk a little bit, and then that'll be the episode today. All right, so we're 1-0. You can see Chris Paddock will take on Blake Snell here in the second game of the series. And it is a 4-game set to start the season. Then we go to play Colorado in a 3-game set. So if we could start off, 2-2, 3-1, that would be a very, very strong start here against one of the best teams in the MLB. Will be today's episode, though. A really, really great game. I mean, almost mirrored to what it was last season opener. I think we won 2-1 as well. So a very, very strong game for us. I'm really happy with how we played. Obviously, some of our guys in our lineup could have gotten some more hits in different situations, not struck out as much. But again, I am the one controlling them, even though it is just the timing hitting. I need to not swing at stuff in the dirt, swing at thin air. So that element there with Jacob Young having 3 strikeouts, that's probably more me than it is him. But that's the game we did win, so that is really all that matters as we start the season 1-0. But yeah, that'll be today's episode. It's episode 4, so next episode will be episode 5. We will probably play the whole first half of the year and then the All-Star break, and then episode 6 will be the end of the season. We're probably not going to make the playoffs this season, I would think, but we might see some interesting call-ups in the second half of the season, so who knows. Thank you guys so much for watching today's episode. If you enjoy the series, if you've enjoyed the first couple episodes, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.